Hello everyone, today we're going to be flying on board Cathay Pacific Flight CX256 from London to Hong Kong on board their A350-1000. This was the first time being on that aircraft type for me, so I was quite excited to jump on board. We had a quick bite to eat over at Yo Sushi in the centre of Terminal 3 before we headed over to our gate, as we had a few hours to spare. Not too long after that, we began our trek over to our gate, which was a bit of a walk from the centre of the terminal, but we got there in the end. In Terminal 3, they check your boarding pass as you walk into the gate lounge, not at the boarding gate, which I can see how that would work normally, but it didn't work very well for this flight. But that's by the by, because not too long after that, we were ready to jump on board. Enjoy this little taxi and startup montage, and I've left the full takeoff in for you guys. Welcome to the Skies Over London, everyone. I'm just going to go over the seat features of this economy seat. I'm about 6 feet tall and the legroom was decent. There was a large seat pocket, a bifolding tray table, a good sized TV screen, and in the overhead compartments there was a reading light and then obviously the seatbelt sign and everything. No individual air vents, but luckily it wasn't a problem on this flight. There was also a small tray table which came with a device stand and a drink holder, which was really cool. Not too long after that, the cabin crew came round to give everyone a drink and a small bag of peanuts, but I ate those before I could record this video footage of them. The meal consisted of a prawn and corn salad, some cheese and crackers, and a warm bread roll with some butter, as well as a top-up to my drink, which was quite nice. There was a meatballs and noodles as the main, and that was really, really yum as well. And finally, a Haagen-Dazs cookies and cream ice cream to finish it off. Hello everyone, welcome to a new segment I'm calling Tea Time, which I think is quite aptly named for a flight coming from London. I really hope you enjoyed that intro, I'm quite proud of it. This is basically where I'll just go over any information about the flight, like flight plan or the aircraft, and also any tips and tricks I found out along the way. Today's A350-1000 aircraft had the registration BLXA, which was the first ever of the aircraft type delivered to Cathay Pacific, which was awesome to be on. We were sitting in row 42, which is near the front of the first economy class cabin. Being over the wing helps to reduce that turbulence feel, so it's great for any nervous flyers. The flight plan we took us through Europe, above the Middle East, and then down through China. Now for a quick tip, Cathay Pacific A350 aircraft featured 2 exterior cameras, one under the nose and one above the tail. There's a really cool feature I found where if you go to the in-flight map and then click cockpit, it incorporates the under-nose camera with other features like speed, altitude and other things like that to give you a real feel of what the pilots are seeing out the cockpit, which was really awesome. This can't be accessed in the normal camera app, so I wanted to share this here. Many airlines feature something similar to this, but it doesn't have that nose camera. It's normally just a different angle of like the 2D in-flight map, which obviously isn't quite the same. So I wanted to share this because I thought this was really awesome and loved looking at it for the takeoff and landing. It's especially great for when you don't have a window seat. That's the end of this tea time segment. Please enjoy the rest of the flight review. Not too long after the first meal, the cabin lights were dimmed and I thought this would be a great time to go over the Inflight Entertainment offerings on today's flight. There was a great selection of movies and TV shows as well as live TV like BBC and CNN, and a great selection of music as well. There was also a really great selection of games with some you probably know about like Angry Birds, Battleships and golf. There was also a really cool watch together feature for people who might be sitting in different seats or want to watch a movie with each other, which I thought was pretty cool. There's also a cool feature in the in-flight map where you could see when the meals were during the flight and other things like in-flight shopping and Wi-Fi availability, and you could even add your own things in, like when to sleep and watch movies, which was quite cool if you wanted to plan your flight out a bit. The in-flight map, albeit a little bit laggy, was very interactive and had a lot of cool features that you could use. I also really appreciated the cockpit feature that we talked about earlier. This aircraft featured 2 exterior cameras, one under the nose and one above the tail. However, unfortunately, the top view wasn't working for this flight, which was a bit sad. Also, just so you know, the lines that you can see coming across the screen there are from my own camera when I recorded this. The screen itself was clear. Just before the lights came on for the breakfast service, I opened my window shade to stick my phone under so I could do a quick time lapse. So enjoy that. Breakfast this morning started off with a fruit bowl, which was really hydrating after a long flight, as well as a strawberry yogurt. There was also a bread roll, butter and jam, and I also had an apple juice. The main was a chicken and mushroom congee, and whilst it might not look the most appetizing, it was really yum. There was also a range of snacks like this available throughout the flight. As we begin our descent into Hong Kong, I thought I would sum up this flight review. I really enjoyed flying from London to Hong Kong on board Cathay Pacific. I haven't flown on them for many years up until now, so it was really awesome to see that they've still held up really well. The seat was extremely comfortable, and that double padding it had on the seat really just took it up a notch. It made it a lot more comfortable than many of the other seats out there. The Inflight Entertainment was also really good. The crew were kind, fast, and attentive, and the food was also really yum as well. I can't really fault anything about today's flight, and I would definitely take it again. If you're flying from London to Hong Kong, Hong Kong to London, or maybe you're just in the area, Cathay Pacific is a really great option, and I would highly recommend it. It was slightly cheaper than that of Singapore Airlines, which is what we've taken in the past, and I really enjoyed it. I would highly recommend them. Enjoy the rest of the landing into Hong Kong, and I would like to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, let me know if you guys enjoyed the tea time segment, and let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see in it for future videos, because I'll keep including it. See you later!